Hello everyone, my name is Robin Saluoks and I'm the CEO of eAgronom, the most popular farm management solution in Estonia. Well, you heard a brief introduction about precision farming. Please raise up your hands who understand what precision fertilizing is. Awesome. Nice to speak over here, everyone understands it. So, precision fertilizing is about optimizing one single task in a way that it is done as efficiently as possible. Now, eAgronom is the same, but not for one specific task, but for optimizing the farm management processes. I remember one farmer telling to me that the biggest mistakes that can be done in the farm are not actually the mistakes that his tractor operator does, but they're actually the mistakes that he does as a manager of the farm. Now, eAgronom is the solution for minimizing those kind of mistakes. But today I'm not going to talk about the eAgronom. I'm the son of the farmer. My father is using eAgronom, and thousands of other farmers in Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Poland are using eAgronom. But today I'm going to share a story about the most interesting thing that I have learned from my colleagues. From my co-founder Stenver, who was a seventh employee of one really successful USA startup. From our chief design officer Julius, who has master's degree in IT and psychology. From Dargo, who was previously working in Microsoft, and from many other colleagues. Today I'm talking about the innovation. Well, for innovation happening, we need two ingredients. First, the brilliant idea, and secondly, the brilliant execution. They're both super important, but today I'm talking about the idea. The process of finding out what we are going to do next. Now please think a second in your mind, what's the first thing that you have to do when you want to decide what to do next? The first thing is understanding the problem. If you understand, if there's no problem to solve, then there is no point for going forward. So, second is researching the solutions, designing the prototype, and then finally user testing. Let's get started with understanding the problem. Innovation happens if at least two domains meet. One that has a problem and one that has a solution. In our case, usually the problem comes from the deep knowledge in IT and technology. And well, as I said, we have brilliant people in the company who know a lot about technology and what technology has to offer to us. But this is all worthless if they don't understand the problem. And this is why we are regularly visiting our farmers, following them, asking questions from them, calling to them, and so on. All this to make sure that two domains meet. The problem from the farming side and the solution from the technology side. And another really important thing is this customer feedback button that we have in the right bottom corner of the eAgronom. So basically, if farmer knows how to use this button, then he knows how to use eAgronom, because he gets all the answers from the customer support and so on. But this is only one half of the story. There is much bigger benefit that farmers get by using this button. They get the better software. For example, if 10 farmers say to us that where is some button, then this gives us information that this button is in the wrong place, and we can put it into some other place and we can make the product better for them. Does that make sense? Awesome. So after we understand the problem, the next obvious step is researching the solutions. Now, well, calling to farmers to understand how they currently solve the problem, researching other solutions, and so on. Basically, here is when Julius comes into the game. The one in the right side is Julius, our chief design officer, a brilliant guy. He has been working over 10 years as a designer who makes IT products easy to use for people with low technical skills and has master's degree in IT and psychology. Now this has been all hugely useful in our case. Our average user is over 50 years old with not really high technical skills. So we have to make sure that our product is as intuitive as possible. Next step is designing the prototype, and as I said, the goal over here is to make it as intuitive as possible. Again, Julius is master in this, as he has different techniques how he makes it very intuitive. I'm going to share you one really interesting but also simple technique that he explained to me. Now over here you can see that on the field 1 is on the year 2015 was crop B. Now think for a second in your mind where you have to push to change this crop to some other crop. You have to push here. Then the list with different crops come, and then you push to the next crop. Now perhaps some of you thought about this, but I'm sure that there are many people in the room who didn't think exactly that it works exactly like this. Now let's go to the next page. Over here you can see the variety. Think now again where you have to click to change the variety. It works exactly the same. Now, first step you push to the variety, then the list comes, you press to the new variety, and it's changed. So if farmer knows how to use one page in the eAgronom, he knows how to use every page in the eAgronom because it's all really similar. But we have gone one step further. You can see all those orange marks on the slide. This orange eye, if you go with mouse on this, then the information box appears that explains you what the HP means. This orange customer support, this orange picture of the phone, and the customer support number, this orange customer support number, they're all orange. Every place where farmer gets some information about the eAgronom is orange. And in short time, this will start giving information to our unconscious mind. So if farmer has trouble and he needs some information about the eAgronom, the unconscious mind will start looking for orange. And this is what intuitive design is all about. Us understanding the program without learning it. Now the next obvious step is user testing. Again, Julius has a really cool technique or method for doing this user testing. He calls it coffee shop method. So what this is that we invite farmers into our office, we give them a cup of coffee, we give them a prototype, and he quietly listens and watches from the back what this farmer does with the prototype. If he has any problems over there, or if he has, if farmer understands everything that this prototype can do, if he finds all the buttons and so on. So, and based on this information, he makes the prototype better until it is good enough, so he can give this to the development team, and the development team can get started with the execution part. So here was a little story about how innovation happens in eAgronom. It doesn't happen like this. We work for it. We visit farmers to understand the problem. We research different solutions. We use different techniques to design the prototype. We invite farmers to the office, give them a cup of coffee, and to test the prototype. So if there is one thing that you will remember from this presentation, then let it be this. Innovation exists, it just has to find working. Thank you.
So maybe in a few words you can share where is eAgronom going next, in what directions you are developing your product?
Well, eAgronom was established approximately 1 year ago. As I said, my father is a farmer. He had a problem and we knew the solution. So in October 2016 we launched the product and by the end of February 2017 over 250,000 hectares of cereal lands were using eAgronom. Now we are focusing on cereal farming and 250,000 hectares is over 70% of Estonian cereal land. After this in the spring we moved to Latvia, Lithuania and Poland. We actually didn't think that we can sell over there because it was already the spring and summer and so on. Farmers were working on the field, but currently we have almost 400,000 hectares. And in autumn we are moving to Czech Republic, Slovakia, Germany and perhaps some other countries as well.
Great.
I guess there was a question up there?
Yeah, I hope I didn't miss it when I was briefly out of the room, but you have very well described how you engage with farmers, and you are seen as if you are engaging all over Europe. I suggest that you would be very good at engaging with very young people to get them understanding agriculture, because your delivery was excellent. I think that would be something maybe in the future you could do. For us, I'm a farmer, and if you could educate my customers like you are educating farmers, I would be very pleased.
Actually, this is one of the passions that I have, to share this knowledge with, also this process of innovating with other young people as well, because, well, eAgronom, what it is, as we heard before, there are really high technology tools for farmers available, but these are all in the highest floor of the hypothetical building. So what eAgronom is, farmers don't have to do anything that they didn't do before. So we can go to farmers and we can say, look, you don't have to do anything that you didn't do before. You do all the same things, just do them in the eAgronom, and you save a lot of time because everything is connected and you don't have to do any double work. So after this, if they are already using eAgronom, we can start introducing them the new technologies. We can go to them, look, you're already using eAgronom, there's nothing new for you to learn, you can just get started with those new technologies as fast as you wish. And about those new technologies, well, we really believe about focusing, and we can't do everything. So how we're building our program is that we want to build it as a platform where other young people, not only young people, doesn't matter, people who want to do something, they can start to develop their own products up and we have really good customer service and account managers and so on who are visiting farmers, who are in personal connection with farmers. And this is a channel where they can start getting their own tools to the farmers. So I'm really happy. During my visits to the different European countries, I plan to give some. I hope to give some lectures to the young people to inspire them to start some startups so they can bring their tools to the farmers through eAgronom. So if you have any further questions about this exact topic, then you can also write to my email, so perhaps I can come and speak.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.